Let's get crazy, very specifically Catholic crazy. I'm Kendra Tierney, and this is Ascension Presents. I've been writing about liturgical living in the home for over a decade now and implementing Catholic feast day recipes and traditions in my home with my 10 kids for longer than that. I'll tell anyone who'll listen that my goal is to keep Catholicism weird. I hear from people all over the world who want to share about their own regional Catholic feast day traditions. Some of them are pretty surprising. So let's talk about 6 of my favorite crazy Catholic traditions from all over the world, and also one bonus one that's iffy or maybe entirely heretical, so maybe skip that one. Number 1, greasy pole competitions. I think you're gonna agree with me that there should be more of these, or maybe none. They are crazy to watch. These competitions originated in the Middle Ages with fishermen looking to show off their love for the saints and their balance skills by attempting to run down a wooden pole that's been greased with fish guts and lard and extended out over the sea. In Malta, they do a greasy pole competition in honor of St. Julian on his feast day on August 25th. Contestants try to reach various flags that represent the Vatican, Our Lady, and a Belgian flag for St. Julian. Since 1927, Gloucester, Massachusetts has hosted their own greasy pole competition in honor of the Feast of St. Peter on June 29th, in which the goal is to grab the Italian flag at the end of the pole and/or just not maim yourself. And also to celebrate St. Peter, patron saint of fishermen. Honestly, I think he might really appreciate this. He didn't do all that well walking over water without a greasy pole, right? Second, we have dancing eggs on fountains around Barcelona, Spain in honor of the Feast of Corpus Christi, which celebrates the body and blood of Jesus and which falls shortly after the Easter season ends. This tradition dates from the 16th century. An eggshell's emptied, wax is used to fill the hole and add some weight. It's balanced in a fountain over the water jet where it stays there merrily spinning. These dancing egg fountains are also decorated with seasonal flowers and fruits and look really beautiful. I can't say I totally get the connection to the Eucharist, but it's lovely for spring and rebirth, and hey, I'm here for it. Number 3 just might be the oldest liturgical living in the home tradition there is, with records of it being practiced as early as the 4th century. All over the world and for almost 2,000 years, people have been celebrating the Nativity of St. John the Baptist with bonfires on the eve of his feast day, which is on June 24th. So the bonfires are on the evening of June 23rd. St. John's bonfires have also become a feast day favorite in my house. Well, not in my house, but in my yard. We also like to eat crickets and wild honey because that's how we roll, but that's not required for the bonfires. Number 4 is Wet Monday. Popular in Poland, Ukraine, and some American cities, Wet Monday is the day after Easter Sunday. Features people getting buckets of water thrown onto them, or getting thrown into tubs of water, or getting squirted by squirt guns. Historically, apparently it was more of a boys showing girls their affection in the form of dousings thing, which I have to say would not be the way to my heart. But more recently, men and women, boys and girls can all participate, and there's an outfit. It's very visually impressive. It's certainly in the spirit of the renewal of our baptismal promises at Easter, right? And it looks like people are having fun. Number 5 is one I've actually experienced in person, which is St. Patrick's Day on March 17th in Chicago. There are parades, there are dogs in costumes, there are St. Patrick's on rollerblades, and they dye the Chicago River green. There's also drinking and carrying on, but also a lot of love for Ireland and St. Patrick. Number 6 is one I really love. It's a really great combination of beauty and a little danger and children. Scandinavian countries have a great love for St. Lucy, the patron saint of light. Understandable in countries that only get a couple hours of daylight during the winter months. For her feast day on December 13th, a daughter of the house gets up early in the morning to deliver coffee and sweet rolls to the family, dressed in a white dress with a red sash in honor of St. Lucy's martyrdom, and wearing a crown of winter greenery and flaming candles. I put a photo on my social media last year of my daughter dressed for St. Lucy's Day, and I gotta say, I'm not sure Americans are ready for this tradition. People were troubled, but I love it. She loved it. No one was harmed. Boys get to get in on the festivities as well by dressing as star boys for St. Stephanos. Legend says that he was working in King Herod's stables when he saw the Star of Bethlehem rise at Jesus' birth. He ran to Herod and told him that the new king was born. Herod, eating a chicken dinner, scoffed, saying, "That's as likely as if this fried rooster would come alive and call." Whereupon the rooster flew up and called, "Christus natus est," meaning Christ is born, which is a much cooler thing for a rooster to say than cock-a-doodle-doo, by the way. Those are some of my favorite crazy Catholic feast day traditions all over the world, and there's so many more. The last one we're going to talk about today is a bit of a cautionary tale. Back to Spain for Corpus Christi again. Apparently, there's a long-standing tradition wherein folks in one small town put their newborn babies on mattresses outside their homes, and a guy dressed as the devil jumps over them in order to symbolize the babies being cleansed of original sin. It's a practice that's been going on for a long time, and local priests have been involved blessing the babies after the jumping part. But recent popes have pointed out that the only way to be cleansed of original sin is through baptism, and that this tradition might cause confusion, so it is officially discouraged as a Catholic practice. As is the case with American secular cultural traditions surrounding holidays with Catholic roots, like Christmas and Halloween, it's easy for practices like these 7 I've mentioned to become separated from the Catholic feast days and saints that inspired them. In some cases, local priests and bishops have discouraged participation in these activities when they've left behind their religious origin. But as long as we can avoid heresy, I love cultural Catholic activities like these that bring communities together. Catholicism is the both and religion. We have a long history of baptizing local customs by associating them with Catholic saints and doctrines. We can have somber days of penance and silly days of celebration. Shared traditions bring us together and help foster a feeling of Catholic identity. When we can combine fun, bonding opportunities with authentic Catholic teaching about where these practices come from, we have a real opportunity to grow in faith and devotion and to evangelize the people around us. If you want to know more about my apostolate of liturgical living in the home and keeping Catholicism weird, check out my book, The Catholic All Year Compendium, my show, Catholic All Year at Home Unformed, or find me at CatholicAllYear.com or on social media. Subscribe if you like this video and comment below with any crazy Catholic traditions you've encountered or practiced in your family. And if I got something wrong with one of these, please let us know.